Welcome to the season premiere, everybody. We're back with the KMS Quick Shot Season 3. New intro, new questions, but same old interview guy. But most important, new artist on the show. Let me introduce Norwegian singer-songwriter Celine Alette. Celine, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
So why don't we start by you giving us a quick walkthrough over your career so far, from the very beginning until now. Who is Celine Alette?
Yeah, so I started music and releasing music quite recently. I started writing my first single during lockdown last year, and I released it about a year ago. And then I released my second single October the same year. And now I'm working on releasing my debut EP.
So you said you just started last year?
Yeah, I started releasing last year, yeah.
Okay, because you already released 3 songs, I guess, on so far, plus the EP. Wow. Okay, so you were a fire starter or rocket starter.
Yeah.
A description of you that I read on the internet stated that you use songwriting to put your own emotions and trauma into music.
Yeah.
May I ask what the statement is referring to?
So I feel like I'm writing songs about things that I wish I could have heard when I was a teenager, going through hard times, and I kind of want to be that person for somebody else and putting my own issues and feelings and trauma into one song, and hopefully I can help someone with their traumas and emotions.
Why not producing happy poppy songs instead?
It's really hard and difficult to write happy songs, I feel. It feels very like I feel like I need to write something that relates to me, and those are usually the tough and difficult things to write about. I feel like it's easier to write those things because I feel those things a lot.
Did you ever try to create a song that isn't made of who you are?
I mean, I also work as a songwriter, so I do write with other songwriters and artists, so that then I have to put myself in their shoes and try to help them come up with their ideas and lyrics and melodies. So it can be quite challenging, but it's also like a good challenge. I get to challenge my craft and how I write and what things to write about and how to write different kinds of songs. But when I write for my own project, there are usually difficult topics, I feel like.
Is it kind of playing a role when you write for others then? So is it like if you're saying you put yourself into their shoes, is it like a staged theater act of some sort?
Not really, but I have written with like another artist. She's about 14, so I have to relate to how my teenage self would feel in those situations she's explaining and what she's talking about. So I kind of have to travel back in time sometimes and kind of, yeah, just picture myself in those situations and try to help them write their story.
Did you ever reject somebody who approached you asking for songwriting, like I cannot write about this or that topic?
No, I usually don't reject. I usually accept the challenge, but sometimes it goes really well and sometimes it doesn't go as well. But yeah, I'm up for a challenge.
Okay. So in the songs you released so far, you managed to create this signature intensity, but not with a dark and pressurized atmosphere or something like this, but with bellish melodies and an almost, I would say, threatening undertone in the vocals. Not really the bad and feared type of thing, but it's just a very noticeable signature sound there. So is this darkness used to vent of your side, or is this part of who you are?
I guess it's a part of who I am, because I don't look really scary or intimidating. I don't sound really like I have a really sweet kind of voice. But so I guess it's kind of just the way I sound, and we have been able to create tracks and the overall package to fit me. And I guess that's how I am.
So besides people approaching you for the songwriting part, how does songwriting work for you or your project? How do you come up with an idea? Do you all take this from yourself back then, or are there also everyday situations or something like this present in your songs?
Yeah, it usually just happens randomly. Like I'm quite inspired by visual arts. So like a TV show might inspire some sort of concept or theme, or also just conversations I have with other people. So I have like in my notes app on my phone, I have so many ideas and lyric ideas and stuff for future projects I'm hoping to work on. And because what's important to me is to have a theme to write within. For example, like Puppet Master has the Puppet Master theme, and like the sounds, like everything kind of works together, including kind of I don't know how to say, but like the track and the lyrics go together as a theme.
So from the initial idea, I think something tells me that you're drawing or scribbling as well. Is that correct?
Yeah, I kind of scribble. I wouldn't say I'm really good at like painting or anything, but I'm really into like photography and creating, like I use like film rolls. So you have to really put your mind into it, because you cannot just take 1,000 pictures. You have to really get that one picture. Yeah.
And that's final. How do you even get those film rolls nowadays? I think this is kind of a hard thing to get.
Yeah.
So once the idea has formed, like you have a sort of a project going on where you get inspired by visuals or by sceneries and have the whole package together, how's this idea put into melodies and in the end to the final song?
So I usually start with the theme, and then I meet up with my producer, and I just start talking about my idea and what I picture, the concept. I might play some like reference tracks, like if I like the vibe or like some drums from one track, and kind of just to get my producer to understand what I'm thinking. And we'll just start working on the track, and then we write melodies, and it kind of happens different every time. But yeah, we start with the track usually with playing around with sounds. And yeah.
Do you bring only the vocals and the idea, and the producer does the rest, or do you bring melodic tracks as well to the get together?
We usually do the melodies together, and then I write the lyrics. But yeah, I give the producer in charge of the track, because I don't know how to produce anything really.
Do you play instruments?
I play guitar, and I know how to play some piano, but I'm not really good at it now.
So no lessons or something like this?
No, I had to teach myself how to play guitar. But yeah, I had taken some classes in piano, but just a few.
Just out of curiosity, is it possible to create songs without ever touching an instrument?
Today, I guess it's possible, but I think it's good to have like a basic understanding of melodies and kind of knowing how the producer works, so you can better communicate what you want. And yeah, I think some understanding of music is good to have.
Mm-hmm. So, okay, you recently released the single Puppet Master, which contains all these slow, intense elements we just talked about. How did this song in particular came to life? Was there a pivotal moment where you sat down and thought like, oh, I've just seen, I don't know, this movie or something like this?
So growing up, especially as a teenager, I kind of felt like I never fit in. And I used to kind of tone myself down and change myself to fit in whatever social group I was in. And also as a musician, you always get told like, are you sure you want to do that? Why can't you just get like a normal job or something? And I feel like this song is just me putting my foot down to make my own choices and to do what I actually want to do with my life and not let people pull my strings like I'm a puppet. That sparked the idea of this song.
After you released the tune, did you get receptions in a way you wanted them to be there, or are these the usual "wow, great song, what's next" kind of receptions?
Yeah, I get some comments like people like the song, and then I also have people say that I can relate to this song, and but yeah, mostly positive feedback, especially from like family and stuff, even though it's sort of about them sometimes, you know. But I feel like I get more support now from people who used to might have like doubt me. But yeah, I feel like I get a good feedback.
You're a full-time musician, is that correct?
Yeah, right now.
Do you do live shows as well, or are you a studio musician until now?
As of now, I only work in the studio, and due to COVID, there's a lot of restrictions going on, you know. But I'm hoping to start to play shows soon because it's opening up a bit. So I'm also preparing to play live, but I'm not sure when that will happen yet, but I'm working on it for sure.
At the place where you live, is the music scene active nowadays, or do you feel it's like a dying cause out there? So live gigs are getting less and less interesting for people.
No, I feel like during the summer there have been some concerts, and I feel like people are really excited about like the summer festivals and the world opening again. So I feel like people are really excited for concerts, and I don't think it will change from the way it was before COVID. So yeah, I think it will be back to normal.
Did you ever do collaborations with other musicians until now?
Not yet, but I have I kind of have something in the works. We're just talking about it. We haven't written anything yet, but I hope to do that really soon because I think we could create something really good together.
So did you, since the whole COVID mess started, which was the main reason the quickshots were born initially, because everyone was using the collaboration and chat software, did you ever use it, or did you think that this is a good thing to use as a musician nowadays, or do you prefer to meet in person?
I definitely prefer to meet in person, but I also feel like Zoom is a great tool. Like you don't have to meet in person, but I definitely prefer seeing the person like in the room and kind of it's a different energy in a way.
That's what I was asking, because for me, it's an abstract idea to meet online with someone. There are these guys who meet 10, 12 guys, do live music over the internet. And I always think like, how do you feel the energy in a room that isn't a room? So it's kind of, that's why I was asking. So I think it's a good tool to complete the whole process if someone cannot meet at that day or something like this. But I think it never can really replace the kind of get together and meeting gig kind of thing. So last one for today. What's next for Celine Alette? Are there any songs or projects in the making yet?
I'm currently working on my debut EP called Freak Show. Puppet Master is the first single of the EP, and I'm finishing up the song I will be releasing in October, and then the EP will be around New Year's, and it's a conceptual EP where the theme is Freak Show, and all of the songs go together and sort of tell a bigger story. And I'm really excited about it because I've been working really hard on it since last year.
Will the songs be related music-wise, or are there some wow moments to expect?
They all kind of musically they relate together because it's freak show themed, like circus sounds and stuff, and they all talk about some sort of mental health issue or something personal I've been through regarding that. So they all tell sort of a bigger story together.
Okay, so it's a full-blown storytelling EP then, and not just 3 single tracks packed into one EP.
Yeah, it's sort of like a storybook kind of.
Are you planning to release some other videos as well? Because for I guess the was it this
Which day party?
right, yeah, one from one of these videos you did the from one of these tracks you did the video as well.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I would love to do more music videos, but right now it's kind of difficult to do because I'm doing everything myself and I don't really have the budget for it right now. But
the picture video wasn't produced by yourself, was it?
Yeah, it was done by me and my boyfriend.
Wow, okay. Because it has a very high standard, so to speak. So I guess you have the eye for the details and worked very hard on it to get it exact the way you wanted it.
Yeah, we worked really hard on that, and it was a lot of work just being 2 people and me directing behind or in front of the camera and like setting up all the sets and stuff. And yeah, it was a lot of work.
From what I can hear about that, you don't want to duplicate this huge amount of work as a team of 2 again for making
No,
the videos.
Yeah, no, I would totally need more people next time. It was way too much work for 2 people, but it was definitely worth it. I learned a lot about the process, and yeah, I hope to do more of it for the EP. I just think it will take a bit more time, but yeah, I really hope to do more music videos.
So there are more and bigger things to come from Celine Alette.
Yes.
So thank you very much for being here with me tonight. Guys, if you want to learn more about Celine and her work, make sure to check out the social handles you'll see at the end of this episode. That's it for tonight. Thanks for watching. Be safe out there. See ya.